Personally, I thought that the NBA drug tested their refs, but obviously that just doesn't happen anymore. I really thought that the refs were no longer allowed to do cocaine after mid 2000s, maybe even the 90s, but obviously that just doesn't happen anymore. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Luke, you're a Lakers fan. This is just you being a little bit biased. No, there were a multitude of missed calls in this game. There were a bunch of admittedly bad performances, especially in the last couple seconds of overtime, but the game shouldn't even have gone to overtime because at the end of the fourth quarter, LeBron was obviously fouled, and the ref that was on baseline 3 feet from him just had his hands over his eyes and he just didn't care. It was easily the worst ref game I've personally watched in a while, but this continuously happens to the Lakers, and I'm sure to a bunch of other teams, but I watch every single Lakers game, so obviously I see it the most in the Lakers. I also watch the national games. It happens there too. And I can almost guarantee tomorrow morning there's going to be a report from the NBA saying, oh, sorry, we missed the call. Yeah, no shit you missed the call. You miss about half the calls, and the ones you do call aren't really even fouls. I mean, sure, a lot of them in this game, called a lot of calls that were fouls. However, you also biffed maybe 6 fouls, 3 on each team, maybe 4 for the Lakers, 2 for the Celtics in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And that just will not fly if you want the viewing population to continue to watch the game. And I know Anthony Davis didn't exactly have the best game tonight. LeBron had another stellar performance, but it's not enough. And when you have Patrick Beverley to count on and you keep him in instead of Russell Westbrook, an NBA MVP, it's making me seethingly angry. Like, I can't even think of the words to adequately describe my feelings right now. I am just burning up on the inside. And I know Patrick Beverley had a couple clutch points at the end of the fourth quarter, but guess what? We fucking lost still. So I am just insanely angry right now because the game literally just ended. I just felt the vibration. Yeah, Celtics beat the Lakers in overtime. LeBron with a 41, 9, and 8 performance. Jason Tatum with 30, 11, and 4, and Jaylen Brown 37, 9, and 3. So what I said in today's earlier video for the Jokic versus Embiid MVP race, a little bit of a tongue twister, say that 3 times fast. It will be a fun game to watch, and anytime a game goes into overtime, especially when it's 2 teams that are pretty okay. I mean, obviously the Celtics are one of the best teams, and the Lakers, obviously one of the worst, and the Pelicans, you are in the Wembanyama sweepstakes, because if the Lakers keep on managing to get these self-inflicted wounds, it doesn't matter how well LeBron does. He's going to end up running out of gas sooner or later, and I'm pretty sure once he eclipses Kareem's record, the Lakers are just going to go down a hole, and he's going to start load managing and shit, and I am just not looking forward to that. This team never fails to drive up certain feelings I have about reffing in basketball, and they really need to either get some prescription glasses, or they need to stop doing cocaine, because it's obviously they're tripping balls out there. They're just doing too much. They're looking the other way. They see a fucking chick with just huge tits in the front row, and obviously it just diverts their attention when LeBron's getting fucking hacked on the arm 3 feet away from you, and you're just staring at a fucking baddie. Whatever ref was on the baseline, go fuck yourself. You're just horrible. You should lose your job, in my opinion. And I do realize how difficult reffing is. I had to do it at a summer camp one time for a basketball camp that I was coaching at, and I missed a couple calls, sure, but guess what? I was making $30 for the entire summer, and I was flipping hot dogs for the most of the time. That's what you should be doing. You should really be working at the concession stand, because you obviously don't take this job seriously enough. because if you're missing easy calls like that, and especially when it's on one of the best players on earth, I don't know what to say. I mean, this really is just making me angry. But I don't know what else to say except this is a complete Lakers moment. This happens to the Lakers all the time, and this will be the 5th time this season. I think we will get a late no call, and tomorrow morning I can almost guarantee that we're going to be getting a little piece of paper on Twitter or whatever from the NBA saying, "We apologize profusely because we missed that late call." I could have made that call. I made that call when I was taking a shit on the toilet, but they know that I am still gonna tune in to the next game because have to, it's basketball. You gotta watch every game, man. Ugh. It doesn't make me happy, but it's the Lakers, and it's the Lakers versus the Celtics. Most of the games are classics, but as of recently, obviously, the Celtics have actually been good. So it's kind of an interesting thought to think, what if the Lakers took Jason Tatum instead of Brandon Ingram or Lonzo Ball? I forget what draft it was, but it would have been interesting because the Lakers had a chance to take him, and I think it was the Lonzo draft. Maybe it was the Brandon Ingram one, but he would have been on the Pelicans anyways. So that team would have been so deadly with Jason and Zion on it. Oof. I'm actually glad that didn't happen because they would have been the best team in the league. But, I'm acting like the Celtics aren't. They're easily top 3. They have a good chance of winning the championship this year. And, like I said in today's earlier video, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I mean, they're one of the best duos in the league, obviously. And it gets me going, it gets my blood boiling. But, yeah, if you enjoyed me pouring out my heart and getting angry in front of a camera, I don't usually do this, but only my favorite team can get me to do this. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit a like, add a comment if you're a Celtics fan, and we can have a heated discussion if you would like to in the comments. Anyways, I'm Luke, and I'll see you later.